Is that a full moon in this room? Oh my God. I just saw your ass crack. Holy shit. Is the mic on? Oh my gosh. Brandon, put your pants back on. What is this, a 5-way now? I don't like trains since high school. Choo-choo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for some fucking comedy? Okay, well, as soon as we're done making this porn, I'd like to bring to the stage, making his debut for the first time as a debutante, the hottest, sexiest little Mexi midget of all of Northern Nevada, Mr. Brandon Hot Pants Lara! I think you can get louder than that, audience. Come on now.
All right, put your hands together like I did it right the first time. Thank you very much, guys. I'm your host for the evening, Brandon Lara. It's great to see all you guys made it through the storm. And welcome to Studio on 4th. Moonshot Coop Presents Comedy Showcase. Fuck yeah. So I got some good news and some bad news for you guys. Let me hear it. I don't know if you guys want the good news, the bad news. All right. So the bad news is the comics that we had planned for this evening from the Bay Area couldn't make it over the mountain because they're way too amateur to check their weather forecast and plan to leave earlier. So the good news is, because we are way more professional than that, as you can tell by the no mic in the beginning, we rounded up some of the best fucking Reno comics that money can buy around here. So put your hands together for that. Yeah, we got some great local talent rolling through. We got Reno's voted #1 female comedian in the house, Jenny PezdeSpencer. Let her hear it. And our headliner for the evening, Mr. John Ager. Yes, we will not fail you. Believe in us, Reno. Believe in us. Like I said, my name is Brandon Lara, but my friends call me a Mexi Midge because I'm half Mexican and half midget. No laugh, it's actually pretty cool, you know. I go to my job, I get paid under the table. I don't have to bend over. It's awesome, you know, it has its benefits. A chupacabra, no, I'm not a fucking monster, man. You know, because I'm short, people tell me, you need to grow a beard, you know, you need to look, you know, more masculine, you know, grow a beard, you know, and honestly, I can't, you know. I mean, it's not because, you know, I'm too adorable, but it's because, like, I look like a lawn gnome, you know, when I do. You know, I get old people, instead of them yelling at me, get off my lawn, they yell at me, get back on my lawn. That's awesome. I was actually on Wikipedia earlier. I typed my name in, I was searching myself, and the result that came back said that I didn't exist, which is kind of odd. So I started calling it Dad after that. Seemed to work a little bit better. I am a bastard child, though. You know, I grew up without a dad. But I did have a stepdad, you know, that loved me like a real dad. He would say things like, you know what, son? I hit you because you're an asshole. Yeah, he said, I hit you because I love you. But, you know, I could tell that he loved my mom just a little bit more than me. I don't even have to tag that joke, just like my dad didn't need to tag my mom. I grew up in northern Mexico. Some of you guys might know better as the Bay Area, California. If you guys have ever been there. Something about that place, man, it makes you feel, I don't know, what is it? Broke? Yeah. Anybody from the Bay Area here? All right, all right. Totally know what that's like. But I grew up in rough neighborhoods, you know. Kind of neighborhoods you roll up in, you know, and all the kids come running out to the yard thinking you're the daddy. It was rough neighborhoods. You know, Christmas was rough too, you know, because we were poor. You know, I couldn't get presents from Santa Claus. And you say, "Aw," but all you guys would be terrible parents, so you probably shouldn't have kids. But no, instead I just got a new brother or sister every year, so it was totally cool. You know, ended up working out. I had a lot of black friends growing up in the ghetto. I don't know if you guys, I don't know about you guys, but I noticed they like to name, you know, a lot of their kids like fancy exotic names. You know, if you guys noticed, they name their kids like Denzel or Denali or Detanya. But I'm like, why don't you name them, I don't know, something a little bit more realistic, like, I don't know, Detained. Now, I knew a couple, and they had twins, real adorable, a little boy and a little girl, and they named them LaWasha and LaDrya. Believe it or not, I went to college for a little bit. I studied as a science major. I don't know if anybody going to college here. But one of the most fascinating topics that I studied was time travel. Man, I grew up watching movies like Donnie Darko and Back to the Future. You know, shows like Quantum Leap. I don't know if there's any fans out there. But man, watching that shit was so cool, you know. I figured, man, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. If I could go back in time and fix some of those, I don't know, somebody out there is looking down at that ring on their finger like, yeah, me too. You know, watching that, you know, I figured, man, I could do that myself. I could do that. You know, if all I took was like a handful of Vicodin, a fifth of vodka, everything that I learned for college, and the next thing you know, I'm living here in Reno. So that worked out pretty well. I sell meth now because I hear that's pretty popular. I love Reno because there's so much opportunity, you know, to be homeless. I was surprised to see that they had balloon races here, and heroin addicts had nothing to do with it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I actually had a job working downtown. I was working with mental patients, drug addicts, recovering alcoholics, and I was working at a Quiznos. It was pretty cool. I had a group of Mexican kids walk in one day, and they were all wearing matching jerseys. You know, so I thought, oh man, you guys are like, you know, just got done playing a soccer game. You know, and they're like, no, we're here for fencing. You know, and I'm like, really? What construction company do you work for? Team Home Depot. That's right. Man, I'm glad it's 2015. It's been a great year so far. Last year was pretty rough. Skateboard George passed away. I don't know if you guys heard about that. That was rough. But like I said, this year is going to be great. I already know what I'm going to be for Zombie Crawl this year. Skateboard George. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm a huge fan of zombie flicks, man. I love zombie movies. Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead. But, man, there's all kinds of zombie flicks, man. You can see, like, zombies in space, Nazi zombies, stripper zombies, you name it, except they have never, ever made a zombie movie based in San Francisco. I'm like, why? And it's because zombies are supposed to eat brains and not each other's assholes. Weather's getting pretty rough out there. I actually saw a double rainbow this afternoon. If you guys, anybody see that? The double rainbow? Look looking out on the horizon. It went, from the West Hills straight across the horizon into 5-star. Yeah, I wrote that one this afternoon. It was great. I loved it. I read a pretty disturbing article online. A 20-year-old mother, actually told her boyfriend that she had been having sex with her dog since she was 13. It was awful, disturbing. But the best thing was the related videos underneath. It said, you can watch this music video from the Baja Men who let the dogs out. I don't know, who knows? She'll probably end up writing a book about it called 50 Shades of Greyhound. So yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up. I don't know if anybody's excited for Valentine's Day. Man, I love the Latin women. I don't know if any of them in here is pretty bright. Love the Latin women, man. It reminds me of a game that I used to play as a child, except now I call it Pick Up Spicks. I've actually been with my girlfriend for about 2.5 years. I met her on a popular internet dating site. You might have heard of it, Ancestry.com. Did celebrate her birthday recently. I bought her an Easy Bake Oven. I think a girl should learn how to cook before she turns 13. I don't know about you. I also did get her that book, 50 Shades of Grey, but of course she colored in it. So, people do a lot of stupid shit in relationships. I don't know if you guys, I don't know how many of you are in relationships, but like guys have taken pictures of their dick and sent it around the internet. I don't know how many guys here have done that. I can't do that. I don't know if you've seen my phone, but this does not do justice. It's just, ladies will agree, it's just not big enough. If I were to send you a picture of my dick, it would look like a sonogram of a baby. Like, oh my God, that's so adorable. Is it a girl? Now, if it was up to me and I was to send a picture, I would prefer something, more like the bat signal. At least the silhouette would be black. Girls do stupid shit in relationships, or in general, like they lie about the dumbest stuff. The dumbest stuff. You could tell by the laughter. The stupid things. Like they lie about dumb shit. I dated this girl that said that she was a vegetarian. Now that's great. I love that. Taking care of yourself, that healthy, but don't lie to me about it. The way that I found out, let me back up. You know how guys eat citrus fruits and it makes their semen taste better? Any ladies, yes? Same thing. Guys, if you don't believe me, write that down. Your ladies will thank you later. But the same thing goes for the girls. Whatever you eat, you put in your body. So don't lie to me about it. Because when you tell me you're a vegetarian and I go down there to eat that pussy, I expect something that tastes like a spring salad and not something that came off of the dollar menu. Now, I told that joke to a girl one time, and she was thoroughly not impressed, much like a lot of you ladies. And at the beginning, you were totally guilty, like, I don't lie about dumb shit, But I told that joke to a girl, and she was like, eat my pussy and see what happens. Said it just like that, eat my pussy and see what happens. And I was like, whoa, back up. That's my line. That's what I say. Honey, let me eat your pussy and see what happens. Because when you say it, you make it sound like a game of Jumanji. Or gotcha. That's actually how the joke goes. You make it sound like a game of Jumanji. You just roll the dice and you don't know what's coming out next. Could be a herd of buffalo. You don't know. Don't lie to me. I got one more before we start bringing up some of these awesome comics. Man, I can't wait Well, I can for just one more joke, but I hope you guys can hold out with me. My girlfriend and I, we actually have a pretty adventurous sex life. As a matter of fact, she went down on me the other night, and she made this weird sound. It sounded something like, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. You know, and at first I was, kind of confused, but I didn't want to ruin the moment, So she went down there and she did it again. She was like, blah, blah, blah. And that's when it dawned on me. I'm a nerd. That is the same sound that Yoshi makes in Mario. You ain't fooling nobody, bitch. And she asked me to return the favor, and I was like, whoa, no, done that, been there, done that, princess. Going down on you was like, boom, 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 because it's a dungeon. But I'm a gentleman. I just flipped her over on her toadstool, and I was like, oh my God, it was ridiculous, crazy. I turned like every color of the rainbow. I was even invincible for like 10 seconds. After it was all over, my mushroom kingdom was like half its size. My girlfriend turned around, she looked at me and she was like, Brenda, what the fuck was that? And I was like, what? It's me, Amayo. Thank you very much. All right, guys, we're going to get this comedy show on the road. You guys ready for your first comedian? Let me hear you guys make some noise. Yeah. Your first comedian coming to the stage is a fairly newcomer, but man, he blasted onto the scene by winning at the #1 open mic in Northern Nevada, 3rd Street Bar. So please put your hands together for Billy Mann.
How is everybody doing tonight? Guys, that was not a similar response to how excited I just was. Let's try that. No, I hate when people try it again. We'll just go. Well, I'm glad you guys are here because this is a good venue. We're going to be doing a lot of smart humor, so, just try to keep up. I walked in on my roommate masturbating, and it was pretty awkward. I don't know, it was pretty embarrassing. Like, we both kind of stopped what we were doing. It was weird. And it was kind of at that point that I figured, man, I have got to stop walking into rooms while masturbating. No, but on that note, I watch quite a bit of porn. And what I've been doing lately is I'll sync up the porn that I'm watching with documentaries. It goes, well, one documentary in particular, the Kurt Cobain documentary. No, hear me out. It's pretty cool. It's perfect because they both end with a shot in the face. This set is starting off pretty sexy. So a while back, I was talking to this girl, and I noticed that she had some Hebrew letters tattooed on her arm. So I was like, whoa, that's really cool. I like the Hebrew on your arm. I'm actually a bar mitzvah Jew myself. And her answer was really snarky. She was like, it's not Hebrew, it's Aramaic. And that was invented way before Hebrew, which was kind of shitty of her. But I was still trying to be nice because I wanted to, get laid. So I was like, oh, my bad. It's just, that's Hebrew block letters. They use that in all the newspapers and the signs in Israel. And the letters are shin, aleph, and hey. That word is shah. I just didn't know what it meant. And again, she responds with a really douchey, condescending response. She's like, well, they're not really letters. It's more of a phrase. It kind of means like soulmate. So at this point, I'm like, okay, she's full of shit. So I get a hold of my buddy that I met when I was in Israel. He's a native Israeli. He speaks fluent Hebrew. And I was like, hey, man, what does this word mean? And I'm not making this up. He was like, dude, that's the portion of skin between your balls and your asshole. Poor girl. She unknowingly has Gooch in huge letters on her arm forever. Like, that's on the level of, like, a Chinese restaurant, and you think it says, like, Serenity Cafe, but really it says, we spit in everyone's food. So I had dinner a while back with an old ski buddy of mine and his parents, and this kid got a lot of concussions in a row when he was younger, to the point where, like, he's like a retired Muhammad Ali now. Like, he's fucked up. And his parents like to do this weird thing where they'll tell me about his developing disabilities and his problems and, like, his suicidal tendencies with him right in front of me. It's really awkward. I try to diffuse the situation by being like, oh, you're good now, right? Okay, cool. But of all those problems, they told me about this one that he started developing called aphasia, which is this disability where his short-term memory is shot to the point where he can't remember some words. What a cop-out. Like, if I forget a word or I say the wrong name during sex, I can't just be like, oh, so sorry, aphasia. Because I'll get a response like, aphasia? That's not my name either. So, Reno at night can be just such a treat for comedy. I used to live in LA, and to battle the boredom of being in traffic, I would eat a lot of sunflower seeds. I just have them in my car. And I did an open mic down the street a little while ago and ran out of sunflower seeds. So I went to a nearby gas station, pulled into a spot, and shut off my car just to check my phone for a bit. And I noticed in my peripheral this guy walking up to my car, and I started to kind of freak out because it was like midnight. But then as he got closer, I noticed he was wearing a gas station shirt. I was like, oh, he's probably going to say that I can't park here without filling up or getting something in the store first. And then he walks up to my rolled up window of my shut off car, right up to my window, and he just goes, I just want to say hi. And then he turns around and walks back into the store. What the fuck happened? If I was smart, I would have left. But I really wanted those sunflower seeds. And it's a particular type that I get. So I go in there to where they may be, and they didn't have them. So I looked around to the register thinking that maybe they had some in the stockroom. And I turn around, and he's right behind me. And I was like, ugh. You guys don't have the blue bag sunflower seeds. And he goes, yeah, hey, can I ask you a question? And at this point, I'm like, only because I don't want to wake up in a bathtub full of ice. What's up, man? You think war is based on truth or on a lie? I don't know, man. That's kind of a big question. Do you maybe have these in the back? So as he's walking to the back, he's like, yeah, I just quit drinking. Today's my first day. Quit drinking what? PCP? So he's back there, and I kind of panicked, so I just left. And the next day, I went to a couple different stores, and I tried to find this particular type of sunflower seeds. I couldn't find it. So I was like, shit, I have to go back. But I'm not an idiot. I didn't go back the same time. I tried to go a little earlier so I wouldn't bump into the guy. So I go back the next night. He's working. He remembers me. I walk in, and he was like, hey, man. I was like, oh, Jesus. So I just grabbed a random bag. I was like, I got to get the hell out of here. And I'm behind this woman in line who clearly can't buy her one cup of coffee. So she's doing this thing where she's kind of fiddling through her purse for a while. And then out of nowhere, the cashier looks up at me, and he's like, got to stay sharp, man. Excuse me? Yeah, you got to keep your eyes peeled all the time. What do you think we're in on together, man? We're not secret agents. But as creepy as this guy is, I'm going back there every day. Because this guy's a gold mine. He's literally going to provide me with material up until the scene of my own murder. So I went to Polo Lounge. And for those of you that don't know where Polo Lounge is, it's kind of like far away from the Midtown bars, which is to say that it's kind of away from that whole club, ravey, younger vibe. It's where older people still try to get laid. And after I got some booze in me, I started dancing. And this older woman started approaching me. She's like, hi, I'm Deborah. And I figured, hi. gotcha. But she continued, I was watching you, and, well, I work at a school for the mentally insecure, and you were making me uncomfortable. I was just dancing how I always dance. I didn't think it was cause for concern, you know? Like, I'll let you guys be the judge. This is how I was dancing. So I like to stay on the pulse of current event comedy. Like, I like to stay fresh. So on that note, how about that Pee Wee Herman getting arrested for spanking it in a movie theater? Am I right? No, but really, the media kind of pumped it up to be more than it was, because he was in a porno theater. That's kind of like going to a 5-star restaurant, and the waiter comes up, here's your food, sir. Now, you may look at your food, but we will arrest you if you masturbate in here. So at karaoke, I saw this girl, and she did this thing that was kind of genius, where she was terrified, but she picked this song that she knew really well, and then she hid in a booth and did the whole song. People loved it. I think she was onto something. So I'm going to try my next couple jokes like that. Let's give it a shot. So a fart that you can't see or hear is called a smellin' Keller. If that's true, then a fart that you have to hide so you don't get caught, well, that's an Ann stank. I think that well-hung pedophiles are far and few between, because it's got to be hard to fit in. Whites and blacks do not belong together. Every time I say that at a laundromat, I just want people to understand that I'm really racist. Have you guys ever had duct tape? It tastes so bad. Go fuck yourself. Have you guys, like, as a guy, have you ever stopped to actually think about that? Like, if you can get it in even, when you get hard, it just kind of, like, it's pointless. Did you hear about the masseuse that hated women? He wouldn't even misogyny. So I might be lactose intolerant, but I'm never going to get it checked out because I love cheese. It's actually kind of romantic because I will never give up cheese. I would rather die, Aria. When senior citizens masturbate, is that a coming of age? I know, it's bad. So can we just take a second and clap for the fact that none of us are hypnotists? What a load off. Here, let's clap for the fact that none of us are hypnotists. It's such a huge load off. What a horrible form of entertainment. Like, the audience members have to be so strained when they leave from all the forced laughter and the fake amazement. Because it's on the level of someone being like, now when I snap my fingers, she will bark like a dog, because if she doesn't, I'm fucked. And then that puts it on the crowd to give a response like, wow. How did you do? Wow. She truly is your puppet. Oh my God. I'm not trying to like put down any potential hypnotist or aspiring hypnotists in the crowd, but why would you pick a job that can get ruined with one word? Let me paint the picture for you. Meow. Meow. Bullshit. It's that easy, guys. So like I said, I used to live in LA, and I walked past this homeless guy, and we made eye contact, and he looks up and he goes, "Change." And look, I grew up in a small town, but that doesn't mean I didn't know what was going on. Change. Dude, these are the only clothes I went out in, man. Why would you call out a complete stranger? What an asshole. You're the one wearing 8 coats. Why don't you change, you son of a bitch? All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Thank you.
Billy Mann, everybody, let him hear it. That was awesome, guys. Your next comedian coming to the stage is a multi-winner at the 3rd Street Bar Comedy Competition. He's also performed at the Knitting Factory and here, I believe. So please put your hands together for the very funny Mr. Raphael Lyles.
Hi, guys. Oh, that worked. Oh, okay. I'm very excited to be here. I can not see any of your lovely faces because I'm blind, but you guys have been laughing, and that's good. So let's get into this. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't kind of nervous. So there's a lot of people here. It's a very important night, showcase night. When I'm nervous, I kind of wish I'd be prepared more, especially in a situation like this. But I grew up knowing everything I was going to know as an adult from watching movies, like I'm guessing some of us might tonight. And in movies, when you're supposed to get ready for something, you're supposed to go through a montage. You guys all know what montages are? We all live in this reality? Cool. And I haven't gone through a montage yet, which kind of sucks. I kind of wish I'd be like Rocky, you know, running through the Alps, punching polar bears, whatever he did. Fucking Daniel-san standing on a piece of wood, getting ready to kick a white dude in the face. I want to say, when I rode the bus today, I was like Eminem with my headphones in, writing down new jokes, being like, yeah, that's hot. I don't have sex a lot. The joke's good, yeah. But I wasn't. I just got to my destination. Now I'm here. Don't worry, though. I do. Brandon said I do a lot of stand-up around town. I treat my life like a video game, even though I want it to be like a movie. So each set I do in stand-up is like a battle. You know, you gain some experience. You learn razor leaf. You go to Brock. You get the boulder badge. You learn cut. You move on. It's fine. And that's what we're doing tonight. We're on the road to Viridian City. It's great. I'm glad you guys got that joke. I'm a nerdy person. I read comic books, watch anime, I play D&D every week. My life is amazing. As a nerdier person, that's the kind of jokes I like to tell. Some comedians do raunchy stuff, dick jokes, vagina jokes, dick in vagina jokes, whatever. I don't write that kind of stuff because when I started writing jokes for stand-up, I was told to write what you know, and I don't know the first thing about my dick. Like, honestly, I'm not sure what sticks around considering how little game time it gets, which might surprise you. I can see the looks on your faces. Raphael, he dresses nice. He wears cool ties. He can speak in full sentences. He must have to wear a life vest to stop himself from drowning in all the pussy he gets. But first impressions can be deceiving. I know, right? I think a reason I don't get with girls a lot, there's a couple of them. The main one is that my dick's PR team isn't really pulling their weight. Like, they're not doing everything they could be for the brand that is my dick in general. So I get like a spot on The Tonight Show or appearance on a podcast, and I'll be back in the game, guys. I can do this. Because when you think about dicks, as we're about to for this joke, there's a lot of famous ones that come to mind. The most famous dick that's in my mind a lot is wielded by a man by the name of Sir Mix-a-Lot. You guys all know Sir Mix-a-Lot? His dick's, sure, let's go along. His dick's PR team went above and beyond the Call of Duty when they wrote this line. Sing along if you know the words. My anaconda don't want none unless you've got buns, hun. Perfect. That is a perfect, the police are here. All right. Moving on. That is a perfect sentence in my mind because it tells you everything you need to know about his dick in 10 words. Some of you look confused, so we're going to get into it. Part 1, my anaconda. Stop. Making sure that you guys all know his dick is long, it's strong, it's down to get the friction on. So long and strong, in fact, it can only be compared to the largest of land reptiles. Have you seen, well, which is the anaconda? Have you seen an anaconda? They're fucking huge, like his dick. Yeah. Part 2, don't want none unless you've got buns. Stop. Again, letting you all know that unless you come with buns equipped in your inventory, you have no way of getting onto the ride that is his giant anaconda dick. So, Part 3, hun, leaves everyone with a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Everyone's happy about how it ends, especially after you've been degrading women for 9 words. So, that's what I think about. Some people think, based on that joke, or who I am, or the frequency I think about dicks all the time, that I've never seen a vagina before, which, guys, look at me, that's completely impossible, because it's 2015 and I have a high-speed internet connection. It's like, what the fuck? I've seen the vagina at higher definition and better angles than people 20 years ago thought possible. I've watched it with both actors and directors' commentary, thank you. I was a great fan of its work in The Wolf of Wall Street and the last 4 seasons of Game of Thrones. If I get to see one tonight, I'll try to get an autograph so someone fucking believes me. Another reason I don't get with girls a lot or use my dick is because I have a general mistrust of women. That sounds bad. I know there's some ladies, shout out. You're here. I don't like you. Well, I do like you. But I don't trust you. Because I grew up playing video games, and in video games, all women want to do is steal your power and take your potions. I don't know if that's what you're into personally, but if I saw that on Tinder, I'd totally swipe left. So, and I still play a lot of online video games, and like 95% of the time when you think you're talking to a girl, it's just some dude named Jose who's jacking off, sending you dick pics, asking him like to fuck him. I'm sorry, Jose, I can't be gay and black in Nevada. I might as well shoot myself. You can laugh at that. It's okay. I said it. No. I wish I would find a girl like on a video game playing online, because that's the kind of girls I like. I'm into nerdy girls. Any nerdy girls here tonight? Fair enough. No, don't. Okay. What's your gamer score, bitch? No. So sorry. Like me. Oh, but no. I like nerdy girls. My dream girl, we all have one, but mine is someone that has like thick rim glasses, a Doctor Who hoodie, whose main attachment to me is that we both watch Game of Thrones, and I'm borrowing her DVD of Clerks, so she has to text me back. And we have such great chemistry because all I can do is talk about comic books and video games, and she's imaginary, so the conversations are great. Imaginary girlfriend. I would like a real one sometime, because I am single right now. I have been for the last 23 years, by my point. And yeah, it was sadder than I meant it to be. It's fine, we'll get it back. If I want to get a real girlfriend, though, I want to make sure that she's as hyped to be with me as I'm to be with her. So I'm trying to better myself as a person. I'm trying to lose some weight because of the girl thing. And I feel that every joke I make about me having a heart attack becomes more of a reality with every passing day I have cake for lunch. And it's true. And I can't die, guys. There's a lot of stuff on my plate. I haven't seen Birdman yet. I'm playing GTA 5 right now at home. And it's like, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. My friends heard that joke, and they're like, Raphael, if you want to better yourself, we're going to start doing yoga and aerobics in the morning. You should join us and, get healthy again. And I was like, respectfully, fuck that. I'm not the yoga and aerobics kind of guy. And like, well, you talk about it on stage. Why don't you want to do it, in real life? I'm like, I also talk about D&D, Dungeons & Dragons. That doesn't mean I want to go out into the woods with a sword and shield, attacking hikers, demanding their gold. Like, I'll go to jail for that. I've seen The Wire. I can't fucking handle jail. Like, unless the leader of Cell Block D is based on their knowledge of Spider-Man, I'm going to get raped. And that's not how I want to figure out that I'm into butt stuff. I'm just saying, I'm being honest. I don't want to go outside for any reason, let alone yoga and aerobics. Like, what the have you guys been outside? It's fucking terrifying, right? There's like giant metal dragons called cars and women behind the wheels of cars. It's terror. All day, every day. I can't handle it. Ladies, it's like I can make fun of women. I read a BuzzFeed article about feminism, so I'm kind of in the loop here. BuzzFeed, internet, nerdy guy. No, I'm gonna be wrapping up here soon. You guys have been a great crowd. Thank you all for coming out to Studio on 4th. Clap for yourselves. I said we had some good comedians on before and more coming up, and you guys were able to shut your dicks for a couple minutes and listen to my jokes. Buy some more drinks, support this place. Before I leave, I want to tell you a bit more about myself. It's a question I know you guys have all had on your mind. It's not, oh, Raphael, can we make out with you after the show? Yes. Talk to me later. That answer is yes. But the question you've all had that I will answer right now, what? Okay. Yes, I am black. I know it was a shock to me, too. The doctors did come back with the blood work, though, and they do say it is terminal. So I'm kind of stuck like this. A weird part about being, well, I'm actually only half black. I'm honest, half white as well, which is fine, I guess. A weird part about being, yay for half white. Okay. A weird part about being a mixed race is the different reaction of the race that you get from the race you're a mix of. Because the black people don't think I'm black, and the white people think I'm too black to be white. Which, let's be honest, you guys have heard my jokes. I'm not that fucking black. Like Revenge of the Nerds is my roots, which is weird because roots should probably be my roots. But like, no, that's not the kind of guy I am. I said the black people don't think I'm black, which is weird because I have all the stuff I thought you needed to be a black person in America, like the bad credit and the love of white women and the need for crack cocaine. I know, white women. Thought I passed the test, did not, unfortunately. And the white people, I don't want to say all the white people because I'm outnumbered right now. And you guys have been funny. You guys are laughing at my jokes. You guys are the good white people. The bad white people, the ones that are outside not laughing, they're like, Raphael, if you're half black, does that mean that you're like black from the waist down? Because their view of race is just so easily cut. And half of me is offended at that question. The other half completely understands what you're asking. I said, ladies, for the sake of argument, I'm actually not fully black from the waist down. There is some white down there. That just means I have an average-sized dick, I can't dance, and I still can't dunk. So that's what I'm working with today. No, nobody feel bad for me, though, because I know as a half-black person, I'm a great commodity when it comes to ladies who are wondering if they're willing to take the jump and make the commitment it takes to have sex with a real black person. No, because you guys all know the saying, once you go Raph, you still have time to go back to white. So, guys, that's been my time. My name is Raphael Lyles. Thank you very much for coming out.
Wow, Raphael Lyles, everybody. Yeah, I could wear all the nerdiest swag and all the T-shirts, but nothing compares to his vast knowledge of the nerd kingdom. I was actually at a friend's house, and we were in dire need of the Konami code, and he was about to Google it on his phone. I was like, no, just call Raphael. All right, guys, your next comedian coming to the stage also is a multi-time winner at the 3rd Street Bar Comedy Competition, which seems like an honorable badge nowadays. But he's also performed at the Knitting Factory and knows some of the prettiest women I've ever seen in Reno. I didn't know we had those. Please put your hands together for Styker and Ngongoseke!
Sorry, guys. I got to warm up. Got to warm up to everybody here. As everybody knows, the people that were supposed to do comedy here didn't show up, so they got me here. No, it's not like a good thing, because I wasn't prepared to do comedy tonight. Like, I got off of work at like 5. And I called up all my friends, see what they were doing. No one was doing shit because it was raining outside, so I was like, all right. Instantly, I went home, I bought like a 12-pack of beer, drank like 3 of them, and I was like, shit. I guess I gotta jerk off now. And I was, just jerking it. You know how you jerk off, right? You just looking at the computer screen, jerking it, all right? Latinas on some BBC, Then I got a phone call mid-stroke. I got the computer on my right side. This is right. And I got cocoa butter on my left hand. Just like pre-cum all up and down my abs. And I get a phone call. It's like, hey, you want to do 15 minutes tonight? Yeah. So I'm just warming up is what I'm doing here. It's what it is. It's a mind frame, It's like jerking off by yourself with the lights low to a bunch of people in the room looking at you. Some sad shit right here, man. I called a lot of people today, too, to see what was going on. No one wanted to do shit. Like, called my ex-girlfriend tonight. See what she was doing. I wanted to hang out with her, We've been hanging out recently, I wasn't ready to break up is what it was. I wasn't. Like, I thought I had major hoes at my door. I was like, yeah, fuck that bitch. I'm about to get pussy now. Phone's dry as shit. So I, call her up. We hang out sometimes, And it's weird now because there's different rules now that we're broken up when we hang out. It's not like, hey, baby, let's go to eat sushi and talk about our philosophies in life. It's like we're at a dinner table, we're both looking at our phones, and we kind of give each other eye contact from time to time. We look back at our phones. I'm promoting shows. She's just getting dick pic after dick pic after dick pic. I made a mistake. I looked at her phone. And she has Tinder. I don't know if anybody knows what Tinder is. It's basically speed dating for dummies. You know, you swipe left if you don't like what you see. You swipe right if you like what you see. And then you talk, get a couple dick pics, and if you want to link up, you link. And she has that shit, right? And it's upsetting. It's upsetting that she had to stoop that low to meet new guys. You know? I meet women the classic way. I go to a bar, I get drunk, I offer the girl a shot, offer her she does drugs. Next thing you know, we're meeting a cocaine dealer behind a garbage can and behind an Imperial. I don't get her number, I just get her Instagram feed. That way I can stalk her and like the last 5 pictures that she likes so she knows I'm interested. That's that real love right there. Real love. I'm searching for that real love. It's Mary J. Blige. I want real love, goddammit. I do. So I follow a lot of strippers on Instagram. Strippers are cool on Instagram. I like them a lot because strippers will tell you exactly the type of person that they are in their profile. You know, you follow a stripper on Instagram, it's like, real bitch, get money all day, no baby daddy. You're like, shit. All right, so obviously she's not Pinocchio because she's a real bitch. She has a job because she gets money. This is good. And she has no kids. All right, she might be it. And then you keep on reading, and it's like, pimping all day with my main one since day one. Origami, cooking all day. It's like, oh shit, so she has a lot of good friends that she keeps a loyal circle around. She can cook more than just chicken wings. And she likes to fold up colorful tulips in the spare time. I think I like this bitch. I think I found a winner. You're supposed to laugh at that part. Laugh there. I'm going to talk about my dick some more, I guess. I don't know. That's what made you guys laugh to begin with. My penis. It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. Don't start wooing. Don't. Told you, I'm still like in jerk off mode right now. I'm like still trying to work my way. I watch a lot of TV now. Like that's what I do because like I'm single, I guess. So I just watch TV and look at the world from the outside view. I watch Nat Geo. Like, you know, Nat Geo's cool, Planet Earth. You watch, like, the birds in the Serengeti. You watch the fish in the ocean reef. You watch gorillas fuck in, like, some jungle. It's cool. But, like, Nat Geo ain't even about that no more. Like, they don't even show the gorillas fucking in the jungle anymore. It's like, it's all Drug Inc. now. It's all Drug Inc. Which is basically the same show. Let's be honest. Like, it's the same narrator, basically. Welcome to Drugs Inc. Today we're going to go to the south side of Detroit where you meet Twan and Loke Dog as they go through the streets of Detroit doing what they do best. And it's just like a bunch of black people. This is what Nat Geo did. They took the birds of the Serengeti and replaced it with black people in Detroit selling crack. Did the exact same. I'm sure they had like a Steve Irwin guy for the first pilot episode, but it didn't work out. Like he probably dropped the M-bomb too many times. Like, shit, what the fuck are these niggas doing? What the fuck is this? They had to cut him off. Now it's just, you know, the private PI, whatever the fuck he is. Some army reject with a Brock Lesnar haircut and a bunch of tattoos. Staring down a Prius. This mic keeps on going down lower and lower as I... In a Prius, you know. And it's like, it's weird too, because like they're filming the people selling the crack. Why not tell the police officers who's selling the crack so there's some action in the show? All it is people showing crack, saying how much they sell crack and how many they kill people, and the police officers say, man, I wish I knew where the people were selling crack and killing people. It's like, just tell them. No, you got Brock Lesnar in a fucking shady-ass car, staring down a Prius, going from Taco Bell to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're like, okay, here's some action, because he's getting ready. He's going to pull this girl over and see what the fuck she's doing. And he gets in his car, woo, pulls over. It's never like somebody selling crack or somebody that just got done killing somebody. So it's just like Becky in a Prius. All she has is a dime bag of swag weed and some Adderall because she has a final tomorrow. She starts crying. I don't know why you pulled me over. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to Harvard next year. Don't fuck this over me. He feels bad for her. Well, ma'am, you're going from Kentucky Fried Chicken to Taco Bell. I had no idea what you were doing. I couldn't choose. I'm so high. And that's what it is. Women, that's what it is. It's like you guys can't choose food ever. Every guy in this room can attest to that. Every guy in his world has been like, hey, baby, what do you want to eat today? I just don't know. And when they're high, it's amplified. I just don't know. Shut up. Pizza. No, here's what it is. If Harold and Kumar was Helen and Kumara, it'd be the worst movie in the world. They would have never gone to White Castle. It just would have been Helen and Kumara sitting in a Prius, smoking a joint, on Instagram, liking pictures and talking about their boyfriends. And then it's like, oh, well, do you want to go to White Castle? I got stuffed bell peppers in my cabinet. We'll just go inside and talk some more. I really didn't want to do comedy tonight. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't. I was jerking off, man. Fuck. I was jerking off, man. Now I'm going to go out because I'm like a couple beers deep now. I'm going to go out and dance or some shit. I like dancing. I like dancing a lot. I like the whole like walking up to a girl and getting in the mood and doing this whole bullshit right there. Big booty hoes, get with it. I like that shit, man. It feels good. Your booty cheeks on my crotch all day. It's just, here's the thing, ladies, and don't feel special by this, but if you rub your booty cheeks on my penis will get hard. That's just, it's mathematics there. You could be fat, you could be skinny, you could be black, white, Puerto Rican, or Asian. It don't matter. It's all an equation. That's a rhyme. Bars for the day. Just grinding on my crotch. It's bad, though, because it's like, you know, like after a while you're dancing. I say if you dance with a girl for 5 songs, she might be interested. So you got to play it cool, you know. You know, you've been there before, my friend, haven't you? You're dancing with the girl, and she's like, hey, you want to just go back to my house? You're like, fuck yeah, I do, you know. But here's the thing. Here's the thing now. She invited you, so now you're in her world. You know, you can't fucking go all thugged out on her. It's like, yeah, bitch, get in the back of my car, my lay this dick down. I'm about to go back inside with my boys. You're in her world now, so you got to call a cab, all romantic. You got to take off your jacket so she's not cold, but you're cold as shit. You're in the cab, right? You're talking to Ahmed about where you live. It's like, Ahmed, I live on 7th Street. Go there. And, you know, Ahmed is taking the left here and a right there, just going all types of places. You're looking at the meter like, fuck, it costs this much to get home? Meanwhile, you got the girl that you picked up from the club in the seat with you, and she's just all fucked up. You're just praying that she doesn't go to sleep. So you're like, hey, why don't you pick the song so you can be hype? And she's just like, oh, yeah. Next thing you know, you're in a fucking taxi cab with Ahmed and some girl you don't even know the name to, listening to Katy Perry's Roar. Just fucked up the entire time. Ahmed is driving left and right all through the damn traffic. Just bitches in the back screaming, "You gotta have it!" Get back to her apartment, you know. You're chilling there, sitting on the couch because she has to go to the bathroom first. I learned this last night that girls have to go to the bathroom before and after they have sex or they get an infection. It's great. Oh, I love the ladies. So she goes into the bathroom first, you know. She comes out, some a little sexy. She's like, "You're gonna get this tonight." Yeah, all right. You know, pussy's pussy, whatever. Going to the bathroom, you know. And like you've been dancing all night, your dick gets hard, so like you got a bunch of pre-cum stuck in your urethra. So when you pee, it comes down like 6 different streams. You're peeing on like the toilet, you're peeing in the tub, peeing on the soap. Just peeing all over the damn place. You know, you gotta be a gentleman. You don't want to be known as the dude that peed all over her apartment. So you gotta clean that shit up. Come out, she's passed out in her room. Now you're like, all right, how do I wake this bitch up and have sex with her without looking like Bill Cosby? You gotta like, here's my move. This is what I do. I like to lay. You know, I can just pretend this is a bed. This is my bed here. So if she's here and her booty cheek is right here, you know, big booty bitches get with it. I like to lay my body so my penis is touching her butt, right? And I want to poke gently in between the thighs. And if she wakes up and looks at me, I know it's a green light. But if it's a red light, I could have said something terrible just now. All right, no, I'm not going to say that. Red light, stop. Always stop, goddammit. Never proceed if she's still sleeping. Unless she's told you she has rape fantasies. That's the blurred lines right there. I think some girls have rape fantasies. Any ladies in the house have rape fantasies? No? You guys are fucking liars. Shut the fuck up. No. I just like to be choked, spanked, and kicked when I'm having sex, but no rape. No rape. I love the ladies. I really do. I don't know. I guess I should get off the stage. So anyways, yeah, Brandon's going to come up on stage. Styker, Ngongoseke, guys. Thanks for having your time. I'm going to finish this beer, go back to jerking off, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Give it up for Styker and Ngongoseke, everybody. That's cute. I usually request a high chair for my performances. Now, I want to take this moment to thank you guys for being such an awesome audience so far. You guys have been a lot of fun. But I also think you guys should thank your awesome bartender, Miss Ann, back there, too. Serving it up. It's been great. All right, guys. You guys ready for your feature comedian of the evening tonight? Are you guys ready? She has been voted Reno's #1 female comedian here in town. She's also performed at the Knitting Factory. She's performed at all the hottest spots all around town. She's been featured on, let's see, Reno's Next Best Bartender, Ridiculous Comedy Tour. Well, I mean, I could stand up here all night and give you all her credits, or you can listen to her tell about how awesome she is Please put your hands together for the illustrious Jenny PezdeSpencer!
Hi, I'm Jenny PezdeSpencer. I'm a comic. As I was once told by another male comic, I'm not too pretty for comedy. What? Is that a fucking compliment? Fuck you, dick. So I wrote stuff on my hand because I was actually told about 30 minutes ago that I'd be doing a show. So let's talk about my pill addiction. Woohoo! Who loves Vicodin? God knows I do. Percocet, Xanax, Soma. Hey, they're all prescribed. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not. Plus, there's a lot of pluses to be addicted to pills and not booze. One of those being, I have medical supervision, right? So it's not going to really hurt me if I, like, pass out. They'll be like, she's seeing a doctor. No big deal. Plus, when I go see my doctor, he hands me paper that says I legally can have them, which is always nice. And they're cheap, and usually insurance covers it. It's $5 for a bottle of morphine. Can't beat that. I can't even get drunk off a six-pack for that price. And lastly, I'm never going to be anywhere where they're going to say, Jenny, we need to talk to you about something. I'm like, yeah? They're, well, you know, it's been reported by your coworkers that, well, you have Vicodin on your breath. I do? I mean, really? No one's going to say that. No one's going to be like, hey, that morphine's seeping out of your pores. You should take a shower. I mean, the most that's going to happen is I'm going to be at some boring shit show and go, which in hindsight, that's a good thing, right? Who wants to live in the now when I can live in the... That's like so much better. Plus, the thing is with pills too, I've never made mistakes on pills, like picking up a random guy at a bar and thinking it was maybe a three-way because I couldn't tell. You know, you don't really do that on pills. It just doesn't really happen. I mean, I might pass out, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, what's your name? Oh, there's only one of you. Good. Got to make sure I'm not gonna take, you know. Plus, it also avoids stuff too. It makes things not seem so bad, like death breath. Fellas, ladies, you know what I'm talking about? That guy that comes up to you or that chick, and they're like, hey, and you're like, what the fuck? On pills, you're like, hey. Plus, you get a little limber. You're all. And if anyone ever does that to you, you have bad breath. Like if someone comes up and goes, hey, and you go, your breath stinks. Just take a clue. It smells like bad Indian food in a shitty diaper. Is like talking to you. Like, is that Portisubs talking to me? The onion part? I don't need all that. And when someone offers you a mint or a piece of gum, fucking take it. Okay? They're not offering it to be nice. They're offering it to you because they just got neck chopped by your fucking breath. It's like in their hair. You know, you worry about going home smelling like cigarettes. I go home worrying about smelling like your death trap breath. You know, but if you drink, you could be taking that person home. And then you have that awkward, oh, isn't that the worst when you wake up and you're like, what the fuck? And they're like laying on your arm like this, they're all. And you're like a coyote in a trap. You're, and then you look over and you're like, is that back acne? That's fucking back knee. I get so, like, I've done it. Don't lie. We've all given a fucking dog a moan. All of us. And we just are all. And you want to be nice. I like to just take my hand gently because I can wash it later and, like, just go, and then go, earthquake. Did you feel that? Did you know Nevada was #1 for seismic activity in this part of the United States? Did you? We're on a plate line. Did you know that? They're like, no, but I had a great time. Shh. I hate when they talk, too. Don't ruin the moment. Don't. Because at that point, see, you can make two choices. You can play nice guy. Fucking nice guy. With a one-night stand, you don't got to be nice. They probably don't even know your name, and you don't fucking care about their back knee name. You don't. So I've always found the best way to get rid of someone like that is I like to sing them out. And how I do that is I just look at them very nicely when they're trying to get the number, and you're all shh, shh, shh. You just go, it's closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Cab fare? I don't know. I always like to bring them back to my house because I know where the gun is. So, you know, that's always best. And also, if I do end up going to their house, though, and ladies especially, this is for you, because I am really fucking sick and tired of slut shaming. Because who the fuck doesn't love a slut? Right? Sluts are fun. We're the girl at the party that's like, titty time, woo! The other girl's like, what a whore. I'm sorry, did you just pay for your drinks all night, bitch? Because I sure as fuck didn't. So, fuck you? I mean, I'm sorry. We're the fun girls. And we're also, see, girls that aren't the sluts are also the ones that can't handle their liquor. That's the girl at the end of the night that their friends are going, Susie, get off the toilet and quit throwing up. Fuck! You're ruining my game. And good friends like me won't hold your hair back. Yeah, you made your own fucking choices in life. Come on, ladies. We hate that girl. That friend that never gets out and is probably married and popped out a kid when she was like 19 and now, you're so lucky. I never get to go out like you do and I was like, that girl? Fuck you, that girl. We ain't friends, dude. Fucking get a spine. Get a fucking divorce. Because I'm not going to carry you around all night and be your buddy. And that's also the girl that at the end of the night, after taking home some stranger that she cheated on her husband with, walks out the door like this, clutching her panties. As all the roommates are all, whore, right? I'm this girl. Woo! I just fucked your fucking friend. Yeah! I got my panties right here. Keep them for a fucking souvenir. Like if they live with their parents, I'll knock on their parents' door. Whoa. I was so excited, I'm sorry. Well, I just fucked up that show. Jenny, you will never be allowed back here at Studio on Forest, so you better make this a damn good show. But I'm that girl. I'm all about high fives and fuck yeahs as I walk out. I'm like fucking doing the whole thing. If their friends are in there, I'll fucking give that guy a kiss and punch him. Be like, yeah, I fucked your friend. What? They're serving breakfast like their grandma's oh, Teddy, I didn't know you had a friend. I'm like, Grandma, is that food? Shit, I just banged the shit out of him. I'm fucking so hungry. I mean, that's what it really should be about, right? It should be fun. We should be having a good time. It's like I recently heard a black guy say, you know, I'm really getting tired of women referring to me as chocolate. What the fuck is wrong with you? Chocolate's delicious. Who doesn't want to be doesn't want to be referred to as chocolate? Because I'm sorry, first of all and foremost, women want to put chocolate in their mouths. Chocolate. It's chocolate, right? And plus, none of us, and I mean none of us women ever say, man, I really could go for a cracker. Unless they're knocked up in the morning, nobody wants a fucking cracker. It's not a pleasant, delicious thing you want, right? And they're like, oh, I'm feeling bad. I mean, we all think about I fucking think about chocolate with nuts, whatever. As long as it's in my mouth, get it in my face. I don't care. It's just gross how women get like that. And fucking see, women just have we have all these isms that are just fucking dumb. I gotta look at my notes. Like I said, I didn't fucking have much going. Let's see. What should we talk about? We've covered Vicodin, fucking strangers. Oh, weed. Let's talk about weed. I love weed. Weed's my friend. Who doesn't like weed? Anyone? Anyone didn't like weed? Because if you do, get the fuck out. Because weed is delicious. And the thing about weed is that they always say in all these shows, oh, weed, don't do weed. Weed's a gateway drug. Weed's a gateway to what? Euphoria? Eating an amazing meal of a Hot Pocket, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Nestle Quick, being late occasionally, saying stuff like, I just hit my car, it's cool. I feel all right. Plus, I'm sorry. If weed's a gateway drug, I have never smoked a bomb-diddity joint and said, I'm going to start doing heroin. Thank you, weed. It doesn't happen. And these shows like Intervention always go, and Jenny just started smoking heroin and crack mixed together because she smoked weed first. It doesn't happen. If anything, weed's a doorway to good times and happy events and not letting people bug you. Because really, when you're high, much like pills, you don't give a fuck about half the shit that's going on around you. I'm like, my old lady's fucking screaming at me. I love you, babe. Can you make me a Hot Pocket? Just saying. I mean, that's true. And plus, if weed's so bad, I need to ask this. Like, this is all seriousness. Because my favorite show, Intervention, does this. If weed is so bad, how come it's never been on Intervention? Has it? No. It's always in combination with something, like a weird eating disorder or some other bullshit. But it's never been by itself. They're not like, and how would that even look? They're like, Jenny does not know soon she will be on a weed intervention. And I'm like, hi, my name is Jenny. That's Jenny. I'm addicted to marijuana. Plus, they would never, and how would they even film that? Like, would they show me back in a corner, Jenny is about to suck dick to get a 10-sack. Get the fuck away from me! What? That doesn't happen. I mean, fucking A, they had canned air on Intervention. Canned air. Did anyone see Allison? Right? Oh, see, you know. Because Allison was so, dude, and the way they showed her, she's like, my name is Allison. That's Alison. My dad didn't love me. I'm walking on sunshine. Dude, they show this bitch go into Best Buy and get a 6-pack of cans. She's like, they know it's illegal, but they can't stop me. She gets out to her car and is like, all, dude, she turned a trick for it. 6-pack of canned air? What? What the fuck in your life would you? And I tried it afterwards. I didn't say I was a saint, folks. And this was me. Well, maybe. Let's just try this. It was horrible. And she's just like doing it away. It was crazy. Like when they drug her out, she's like, get the fuck off me. Canned air? Is this what we've come to? Canned air? It's fucking bullshit. I don't even get it. I don't know. I'm with an alcoholic right now. He's a fucking barrel of fun. Like, you never know. He really is. So we actually, not too long ago, had to take a trip to rehab in Elko Vitality. Elko. Yeah, so we go to Elko, I drugged him the whole way there. Of course, I had to. Little ground up Vicodin and some Gatorade and vodka. You can laugh at that, but it's true. And he'd wake up like at rest stops and go, fuck are we? I'd go, we're almost home. Have another drink. And he'd go, right back out. It was a dream. The thing is that we actually stayed at the Travel Lodge Elko. And what was interesting is on their website, they said they spoke foreign languages. I did not know that included drug talk or alcohol talk, but apparently it did. Because we get there, and so I go up, and I'm all, hi, I'm Jenny Spencer. I have a room booked for tonight for 2. Blah. And so Jeff comes up behind me while I'm having this conversation. He's like, hey! Let me chew it back. There's a pisser, pal. You look at my girlfriend. Where's and I'm like, where's the bathroom? He goes, hold on, I can answer this. All right, pal. He goes, it's to the left. 14 feet down. And then the left, right. And then there's a sign that says, it's a picture of a woman. And that's not where you need to go. So one around the corner from that. And so Jeff's like, are you looking at my girlfriend, dude? Better not be 2 of you. And he's like, I'm not. Go fucking piss, dude, before he pisses on the floor. He's like, fine. I'm going. And I'm like, what the fuck? What? And he goes, all right, and remember that that room is a non-smoke. What the, what the fuck just happened? He goes, oh, I speak alcoholic. He's all, yeah, we used to have someone that spoke meth, but she kept rearranging the front room, and our heroin addict just kept passing out. So I was like, this is the greatest place ever. And he goes, yes, we also speak German and Korean as well. I was like, that's 2 fucked up weird languages, okay. But it was awesome. It was really like, so just so you know, if you ever have to take somebody to rehab at Vitality and Elko, stay there. You won't have any problems whatsoever. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. Boyfriends are hard. I've actually, in the age of technology, I actually got broken up with via text once. Who the fuck does that, right? Like, my girlfriend got broken up via email. I thought that was bad, but via text? It's like you get that in the morning and you're all, oh my God, he texted me first thing. Dear you psychopathic bitch. It has come to my attention that this relationship should not. Fuck you! And the thing was that I realized you can't just break up anymore in one place. Do you guys notice that anymore? Like it used to be, you could break up and maybe run into them at the grocery store. Maybe, especially in this fucking armpit of America. Reno. You never know what you're going to get in an armpit, just as much like Reno. But really, you could run into them and just be like, oh, and avoid them. Clubs, they go to, you just kind of, you know what I mean? But now you have to break up on like Facebook and fucking MySpace and Google Circle and it doesn't fucking end. The places you have to break up. And even worse, then they say shit like, I saw you on Tinder. And we've been broken up for 6 years. Plus I miss the old-fashioned breakup hang-up. Remember when you could break up with someone and you'd be like, you know what? Fuck you. This fucking relationship is over. We're done. Absolutely. We're done. Goodbye. Yeah. Now you're like, I break up. It's over. It's absolutely over. Fuck you. It's done. Bye. know. I miss a lot of things. However, I don't miss this. So I'm gonna end with this, talking about dating and people breaking up and weird sex stuff. I'm gonna end with one that I love, and that is I used to date a mailman. And I don't know if you ladies have ever like been in a position where, you know, it's going good, but you're just hoping this sex life will get a little, you're just hoping a little craziness, maybe a little finger in the butt, something. Choking. Not fisting. We don't want to go there, although that's a whole nother story. But really, so I was dating this guy, and one night we're making out, and it's going really, really well, like super hot. And he says to me, hey, I really want to do something. I'm like, what? I'm thinking, here it comes. He wants to be spanked. He wants my leg up over my, like a pretzel. I don't fucking know. Next thing I know, so he starts saying, here's what I really want, babe. I'm like, oh, give it to me, daddy. And he's like, I want to dry hump you. Huh? Dry hump? He's like, yeah, it's really my thing. Oh, okay. I'm a sport. So we got up and got dressed, and then we went out to the living room and put a sheet in between. This is what happens when you dry hump. I don't know. It was new to me. I was hoping for, you know, he'd say, I want a strap on. I don't know. I don't know these things. So the next thing I know, he's like going away, right? We're on the couch, sheet in between. And then I realize he's like sliding down. And he's like, oh, fuck, it's so good. Oh, God. I'm trying to be a good sport. I'm like, yeah. When is my nail appointment again? And I'm like, you know, patting the top of his head. Because he's like, now he's like my chihuahua when I wear nylons. And he's got this on his face. And it just, so he's like down here and he's pumping away and pumping it just, oh, God, oh, God. And then all of a sudden he goes, oh, my God, oh, my. He starts crying. I'm like, what the okay. Don't be sad. Just keep going, Daddy. You're doing so good. Don't stop. He goes, oh my God, I'm going to come. Quick, punch me in the face. Had to do it for good measure. But see, the fuck part was, on my part anyway, it was after that, I had to break up with him because that whole crying thing really fucking got to me. That's a smart joke. All right, I'm Jenny PezdeSpencer. That's my time. Thank you so much. If you want to stick around, I hope you all stick around. Don't leave. The headliner's about to come out, and Brandon Lara's little midget. Come here, Mexi. I love this guy. He used to live in my purse, and I'd feed him crackers and carrots. He's tiny. He's my favorite kind of guy. He's the kind of guy when you break up with, you just throw him off the balcony to get rid of him. He's the dry humper. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. I'm Jenny PezdeSpencer.
Jenny PezdeSpencer, let her hear it one more time. It sounds like you guys are having an awesome time so far. Are you guys an awesome time? Yeah? Awesome time? Okay. Smoke a little bit of weed. If you guys, any weed smokers out there. 420 is one of my favorite times of the year. Fun fact, it's also Hitler's birthday. I don't know what you guys are thinking. You don't have to say anything about it. But one of his favorite ways to celebrate his birthday was inviting all of his Jewish friends over for a barbecue, which was pretty cool. It was a great party, man. It was just like Burning Man. Except everybody showered. I don't know if you guys have been so high you pulled up curbside mailbox, tried to order a burger and fries. I have. It's pretty crazy. Opened up a box of Cheerios one morning because, you know, Wake and Bake is awesome. And I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, Cheerios are just donut seeds. And think about it. Smoke a bowl, have some Cheerios. one of my favorite things to do after I smoke was, watch movies, watch TV. I'm super excited for the next Star Wars movie that's coming out. Yeah, super excited. And I always thought, can you imagine what it'd be like, if Darth Vader smoked a little bit of weed, throughout the movie? It'd be, awesome. And do an impression of Darth Vader hitting the bong. Luke. Bro. I'm actually your mother. You mad, bro? Thank you. Thank you. And so, I love watching TV. I've been watching this show, Junior Top Chef. If you guys, man, these kids are absolutely amazing. I think they're between the ages of 8 and 13 or 12 or something like that, and they're doing some of the most amazing things in the kitchen, cooking some awesome shit. They had this competition between the kids where they could see who could make the most perfect pancakes, and lo and behold, this little Asian kid perfected the art of pancake flippery. He was so good he could just about flip anything. Burgers, pancakes. I mean, as long as it wasn't a U-turn, it was pretty good. Reno is actually getting its own TV show, exclusive. It's a reality TV show. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that Deal or No Deal show. It's a lot like that, except they call it Meal or No Meal. Let's see. I got a couple more. Maybe one more. Oh, yeah. I'm also excited because they're coming out with a new Back to the Future movie. I don't know if you guys heard about that. Fuck yes. Yes, they are. Don't argue with me. For the sake of the joke, they are. Yeah, Michael J. Fox is coming back to the silver screen. I'm super excited. After all those shake and bake commercials, I didn't know what he's going to do. But they were throwing around a couple ideas in Hollywood of what they were going to do. They were like, man, what if we go all the way back in time before women had rights? What would we call it? Because that's what Jews say. And they were like, no, we can call it, I don't know, Back to the Kitchen. No, if not, no, we can call it, no. How about we go all the way back in time before slavery was abolished? No, we can go there. And they call it Back to Work. Because that's what you say. I don't know about that. All right, guys, you sound like you were super stoked for your headliner to come up. You're like, oh my God, thank God we don't have to listen to this host do mediocre jokes, so all the other comics can be absolutely amazing. It's one of the perks of being a host. You have to tone it down a little bit. Now your headliner coming to the stage, he asked me not to say anything about him, but I refuse because I'm a rebel, and this guy has performed all over the country. He's perhaps one of the best comic friends a comic would have. He's always full of the best advice, and probably one of the most funny comedians I've seen around town. It's a privilege working with this guy. So please put your hands together for John Ager.
Hey! 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 How y'all doing? All right? This is Friday, right? It's raining like hell. By the way, I shit bigger things than Brandon, so I just want you to know that. Let's get this out of the way so you can see me. You're all assholes, so let's just get that out of the way real quick. What's going on? Everybody having a good night? Who's out there? I hate these lights. I'm looking. looking right at you, and you were ready to, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Look behind me. It's the only eclipse you'll see this fucking month. So I was just looking at you because you were like cupping your hands ready to yell something, and then when I saw you, you stopped. What were you going to yell? Yeah. Oh, there, see, there you go. Not bad. You have hair. I hate you. So I've been getting older. As I get older, my hair gravitates. I now have a mohawk on my back and my ass, but the rest of my head is not growing too well. I look like Jean-Luc Picard on the hair and like Uncle Fester's little brother otherwise. Oh, my God, yeah. It's getting older is terrible. I mean, women, you know these secrets. We didn't know these secrets. Somebody told me you put tuck pads. You can put them right on your eyes, and it shrinks the swollen tissues. You don't look like you have bags in your eyes. Of course, you get a shitty outlook on life. But 2, 3, 4. We'll wait a little bit, folks. I have all night. Either you laugh or I'm just going to keep it up, you know. If they gave me a facelift, there'd be another guy behind me. I'm telling you, that's how bad everything is. I'm over 50, and the only spot on my body that is soft as supple is the one that I've been putting lotion on for 30 years, my dick. Yeah, I look 56. My dick looks every bit of 18. I mean, that's just the way it is. On a good day, you know, I've been losing weight. I used to weigh 605 pounds 8 years ago. In the last 4 months, I've lost 30 pounds. And I know it's good for me because when I'm laying flat on my back and I get a hard-on, I can see it. That's always a fun thing, yeah. And then I start yelling things like, there she blows! There she blows! She's there, and she's not blowing. She's not even with me anymore. I like to talk during sex, but sometimes the microphone on Skype gets a little bit whacked, so you got that one too, didn't you? Okay, so we've got to go to the dirty parts. That's terrible stuff. I hate walking into places where somebody might know you, or in the mall, and they walk past you, and they look at you, and they go, how's it hanging? 2 inches don't hang. Sword just sits there, you know what I mean? Then they look and say, have a good one. I have a good one. I want a bigger one. See, previous joke, please. I go and I get out of the car at Scolari's the other week. I don't know if you ever had this happen. I love pot. I don't smoke a lot of it because I'm trying to get another job, but I love pot. I get out of my car at Scolari's and I smell pot. Somebody's burning it, and it's a big one because it's everywhere. So I start going, I follow it right into the Scolari's. I'm dead on his trail because you can smell him a mile away. He's like leaving this shit everywhere, right? I went in there for 3 things: olive oil, lettuce, and some tortillas. That's all I went in for. 3 hours later, I'm walking behind him. I got $175 worth of groceries. I don't know what the hell I'm buying. But he smelled pretty good. I guess he didn't like it when I started licking his coat. I guess that was the bad part. Hey, I could have gotten high chewing on that shit. I'm telling you right now, that's terrible stuff. So I guess you can tell, you know, by looking at me that I used to raise bees. Yeah. I don't do much segue, so fuck it. Anyway, so I can't even get on a Segway. The fucker just stays there and burns rubber. Get the fat guy off the Segway. People looking around, things are burning up. They go, what the hell is wrong? Nothing. And that's funny because you ever, in Walmart, you always walk out of Walmart and they always have these young high school kids that are trying to sell you, you know, raffles. You got to have some fun. I walked out, they had a scooter. And these 3 kids walk up to me and they said, would you like to buy a raffle to win the scooter? I looked right at him. I said, oh, that's funny. Sell the fat guy a scooter so you can just watch him burn rubber and not go anywhere. Is that it? They're all looking at me like this. They don't know what to do. I'm laughing my ass off. You got to have fun. You got to fuck with these kids as much as you can. We were fucked with when we were younger, right? Fuck with them. So anyway, I had a colony of bees. Now the problem, we're back to the bees. Give it a break here. So my colony of bees wouldn't work. They wouldn't produce honey. My American bees wouldn't produce honey. I didn't know what to do. I called my buddy in Mexico. I said, my American bees, they're not producing honey. So he says, I'll send you some Mexican bees. I said, fine. He says, I'll send you 1,000. That's great. So he sent me 1,000. But millions came. Millions. Over the bridges, through the water, over the desert, in vans. I got millions of Mexican bees. My American bees still wouldn't make honey. My Mexican bees, they wouldn't do anything either. Because the Jewish bees next door hired them as carpenter bees. And my American bees still ain't making honey. So I said, well, what other bees can we get? They said, well, let's get Mormon bees. Well, we got Mormon bees, but the problem was there were 7 queens to every 1 worker, and they were dying. They didn't know what to do. So I said, well, let's get some California bees. They brought California bees in, but everybody in California knows that California bees all want to be queens. You got it. That's all that counts. So I didn't know what to do then. They said, well, let's get African bees. They're bigger. They're stronger. Let's get African bees. Okay. So we brought the African bees in, but they made it with the American bees. So I had African-American bees, and they couldn't get up to the flowers because they were always handcuffed or they had too much bling. Sometimes they'd fly through and just drag their junk through it, and that would work. But so then we said, well, let's get some Japanese bees. The problem is that all the Japanese bees looked alike, so they couldn't tell who the queen was. So we were still dying off, and the American bees still weren't making honey. We finally settled on Irish bees. The problem with Irish bees is they fly to the same fucking flower every night and fall off. And they never come home. I still have American bees. They don't make honey. What do you think about the American bees? Was that good to be? You like that? That's my American bee bit. You guys all right? I'm a funny man. Are you drunk? If I fall on you, I'm going to squish you like a fart toy, I swear to God. Yeah, so anyway, how many people are all for gays in the military? Clap your hands if you're for gays in the military. Yeah, that's good. I knew this was progressive. It's Nevada, but you got to watch what you say. I don't care if you're for gays in the military or not for them. They're still in the military, and they've been there since, what, before the Civil War. So, you know, and I, for one, I was in the United States Air Force, but I was in security. So I was in a foxhole more than I was out of a foxhole. And I always wanted gays in the military. I wanted somebody guarding my ass that might have a vested interest in it. Right? I mean, hell, watch my ass, but keep the gun pointed forward. That's all we care about here. You know? I had a gay friend who was missing now. He's been missing for over a year. Yeah, we put his picture on Vaseline jars throughout the United States. Ah, relax. It was the back of his head. 2, 3, 4. Explain it to each other if you don't get it. Oh my God, you people. So I went up. They had a casting call around here. I don't know if you know it, but they're trying to do a documentary on the Donner Party. So I went up to go and cast for it. What are you casting for? The buffet. Just fucking give me a job, will you? They had me, they wouldn't have had to starve to death. All right, so leave it alone. They have no sense of humor. None at all. I'm over there eating horses and stuff like that. That's one thing you can't do when you're big. You know, I'm losing weight. I'm trying really hard to do things the correct way. I got myself a juicer. Anybody ever do the juicing bit? Did you? Oh, my God. It's worthless. It's worthless. I took it back. If you can't juice M&Ms and a Snickers bar, there's no sense in juicing, people. Fuck that. And they say eat healthy. I use a mandolin slicer. Ladies, you know what that is? You put that thing, you have to use the guard, right? I'm a man. I forget to use the guard. I'm just slicing vegetables. I slice the tip of my finger off. You eat healthy, you hurt yourself. I have never sliced the tip of my finger off making brownies. It hasn't happened. Ever. Trying to be healthy. God. I go to the gym. You ever get a trainer? Is anybody in here a trainer? You're not going to raise your arms. I know you wouldn't. Because you're pricks. You are. You got all the skinny guys and skinny girls in there working out, all wearing their nice, all their nice clothing. How are you today? And that's the guys. But anyway, I go in there to get a trainer. I said, look, I haven't lifted weights in a long time, as you can see. So let's take it easy. 4 sets later at 125 pounds, which has taken me an hour to do, I can't move my arms. He says, you'll be better tomorrow. No, I won't. I had to go home. You ever take a shower after you've worked out hard? You do this number. You grab the soap and then you go. I cleaned my head for 4 weeks. I never got to any part of my body. I'm taking the plunger and sticking it on the wall with a brush on it and just rubbing myself up and down just to get things clean. Oh, laugh it up. It's funny, fuzz face. Trainers, Put your legs together. I can't. Why not? There's fat in the middle, you asshole. Oh, I didn't notice that. I'm sorry, sir. Get up on the bike. You ever try to get up on them stationary bikes and your shorts get caught on the seat? Now you can't get your leg over, your balls are dangling out, and you can't come back and you're afraid to move because the whole bike's going to tip over? Nobody will help you. They just stand there and laugh. Yeah, and if you go into the locker room, I used to go over to St. Mary's gym, and I'd work out early in the morning. I don't do that anymore because that's when all the old men work out. And when the old men work out, there's definitely too much cock in the morning. You ever see these bastards? They don't care who they're talking to, they're butt naked. I'm sitting on the seat, on the little, the little bench. I'm just sitting there getting ready to get dressed. I'm putting on my socks, and here he comes. How are you today? Oh, Jesus Christ. Nuts hanging all the way down to his knees. Yeah, every time he walks, they're swinging like, a dromedary. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? And they're all proud, how you doing today? Get away from me. No, I just want to know how you're making out. I'm doing real. Your cock is in my face. Would you move it, please? And then he starts swinging it. I don't mean that. I mean, get away. Yeah, my body is shot. I don't know what to do anymore. I try working out. Jogging foams up my beer. Honestly, and if God wanted me to touch my toes, he'd have put them fucking things closer. Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. I mean, after 605 pounds, I was also in the Air Force. I was United States Deputy Marshal and a cop. My knees gave out. So the doctor says you can't get a knee replacement until you lose weight. How would you expect me to do that if I can't walk? Oh, we never thought of that, Mr. Ager. There you go. So they go to replace the knees. The knee replacement cost me $39,342. Yeah. Where is this money going? I saw the part at Lowe's for $49.95. What the? This is not surgery, it's carpentry, for Christ's sake. And you think after the knees, with all the technology, you think they'd be able to make it make noise. Like when you walk, like the Terminator. No. Or like, so I'm able to cock it back and hyperextend it. So if somebody's standing in front of me and I'm sitting, I can kick them in the nuts without getting up. Or maybe make it spin. So when the kids come up and go, how are you? You just start spinning it and make them scream and run away. Don't do that. So I go into the hospital. If you've ever had an operation, anybody have an operation out there before? If you go into the hospital for an operation, they're nuts. They're whacked. I went in there fully expecting that I'm going to come out with a hysterectomy. Because they don't know what they're doing. They feed you all these drugs and they start asking you, what's your name, John Ager? What are you here for? Left knee replacement. Thank you. Feed you a little more drugs. What's your name? John. What are you here for? Knee replacement. A little more drugs, getting ready to get you going. What's your name? Ager. Ager. Name's Ager. What are you here for? Right knee replacement. Okay. The doctor finally comes in. He takes a black magic marker, and he marks on there, left knee replacement. Well, thank you so much. Where the fuck were you when they were asking me all the questions? They get you into surgery, and they say, now we don't want you to help us get you from the gurney to the operating table. Really? You have a crane in here? Is that what we're talking about? They sit you up on the side of the operating table, and the legs, you know, the part of the table folds down. I'm sitting there, and I'm just like weaving. And they're all, with all the masks, they're all standing over the side because they don't want you to know who they are. So they're in the side, standing over there, and I'm thinking things, but apparently when you're drugged, it comes out of your mouth. So I'm thinking, wow, if I fall off here, them fuckers will never get me back up on this table. And right away they come running over. Oh, Mr. Ager, strap you down. You wake up in that rubber bed. That's so if you pee yourself, they can clean it good. Got a little drip faucet behind you, running behind you. Got my leg all up, and it's all wrapped up. And they said, do you want a trapeze? It's going to be pretty strong to hold me when I flip in the air. No, Mr. Ager, trapeze is something you can pull yourself up with. Yeah, I'll take one of those. They wheel in a steel cage that could have picked up a Mack truck engine. Right, the triangle's about this thick. And I pull myself up. What do you have on? You have a gown and underwear. It's an exercise room. You pull yourself up, your underwear slides down to your knees. You get to the top, you pull your underwear back up, you slide back down the rubber bed. Pull yourself back up, it just keeps going. Just keeps going. They only do that if you get in trouble. So, I was a cop for a while, a long time, about 11 years. I was a cop outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was a United States Deputy Marshal. And I was a cop in the Air Force. And I hate fucking cops. Them pricks nowadays, holy shit. Who gave them little bastards a badge? Honest to God, these little short fucks that the gun is an extension of their dick. I mean, and they're getting so young now. I got stopped on the 4th Street out here. Kid walks up to me, gives me a citation, gets back to the car, crawls up into his booster seat, and drove off. He said he could have a gun because his mom was along as a drive-along. So they have no sense of humor whatsoever. You know? Do you know what speed you were going? No, do you? Well, of course I do. Then quit playing games. Tell me how fast I was going. The speedometer's broken. Just like my seatbelt, asshole. They're all alike. I hate them, you know. I was a cop for a while, like I said. I shot expert, non-expert, a UPS man, newspaper boy. It was a rough year. The greatest thing I ever did, I stopped a Little Debbie's Cakes truck from getting hijacked. 4 guys. Caught them, returned the truck, almost half the cakes. I was holding out for a milk truck. Well, I mean, I never lost a foot race when I was a cop. I was in good shape. I used the car. Tough on stairs, but fuck them, it wasn't my fault. Right? And I can tell you how to get out of a DUI, ladies and gentlemen. You know how to get out of DUI? No, when you drive up to a checkpoint and they come to get to your window, shit your pants. You roll down the window, they get a whiff of that, they ain't pulling nobody out of no car. Want me to get out, officer? No, stay right there, sir. You're fine. I think I've been drinking. No, you go right ahead. You just keep on going. And how many people are idiots like me and we start to slow down for those speedometer carts? The radar carts, have you seen those? They flash at you, what speed you're going. How many people, raise your hand, how many people slow down besides me? Anybody? Yeah, what do we think? There's going to be a midget in a car? You know what I mean? Come out there with a little tricycle, pull over, hurry up. It drives me crazy, you know? So when I was a cop, how many people out here, I know you have drag raced before? Yeah. What'd you use? What car? Redneck drag racing on 3rd Street, everybody. Get your Fords and your Chevys out. Now, anybody ever, like in my day, we had muscle cars. Well, we had, I had a 67 Chevelle Malibu, Super Sport. Oh, yeah, hot. So I actually got it before this guy and this thing. So I'm sitting in a cop car in the daylight in an abandoned gas station. It says police on the side, police on the front, and police on the top. It's got red and white lights and red and blue lights. It's got flashers. I'm sitting in there and I'm doing paperwork. I'm in front of 2 lanes going north and 2 lanes going south, and there's a light right there. And I don't want to see anybody. I just want to do my paperwork and go home. I'm a lazy-ass cop. I don't want to talk to you. At the light, all of a sudden, up pulls a 1967 Chevy Malibu Super Sport, candy apple red, mint condition. Right next to it, a 67 Chevy Nova. Yeah. And they start pumping on the gas to each other. And they start looking at each other. And I start looking at them. I'm here. Police. It's daylight. Can't you see me? Because real cops don't want to chase anybody. What kind of car do you drive, ma'am? A Jetta. See? Because every time a cop pulls out and just races his ass to catch somebody, some idiot in a Jetta will pull right out in front of him. The problem is that when you're driving with a siren on, your siren is overrun after 55 miles an hour. So nobody hears you coming until all of a sudden you get behind them and the sound catches up and they look in their rearview mirror and they see lights and a siren. What do? They hit the brakes. Now I'm going sideways up the thing at 90 miles an hour, putting a wet spot on my seat. So I don't do that. So behind them, cars start stacking up, and they start looking like a tennis match. They're looking at the cars, they're looking at me. They're looking at the cars, they're looking at me. I'm still waving. Guys, please, don't do this. I'm on end of shift. Please, I don't. Light turns green, they both take off. Everybody else in the line stays. And they all look at me. You gonna go? You're the cop, go get him. Hurry up. Fuck. I hit the lights and siren, I go out, I'm tearing up the road. Tearing up. I finally get behind these 2 guys. They look at me and I point over into a parking lot. Both of them pull into the parking lot at the Hershey Lamp Company. I pull in behind them. I walk up to the first one. I thought I was being nice, just like every cop. I asked him for his papers. I said, can I have your insurance, registration, please? It must not have come out like that because I said, give me your fucking papers, I'll blow your goddamn head off. So the guy coming out of Hershey Lamp, I had to buy his suit because he soiled himself. I take both of their paperwork, I go back to the car, I check them out, I go back up and I said, come back here. They both come back to the rear of the car and I said, you guys are the biggest idiots I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to give you citations. And they go, yeah, we know. We were drag racing. We shouldn't have done it. I said, no. You're assholes. You both pulled over. What do you think? I'm fucking Batman? Half my car's going to go one way and half the other way? One of you fuckers couldn't take a left? I got to write up paperwork for both of you assholes? You gave drag racers a bad name. These are all true stories. These people are idiots. Just like tonight. It's raining. How many of you people were following people who were doing 35 miles an hour under the speed limit? You just want to, it's 35 and it's rain, you asshole. It's not sleet. Move! And their windows are rolled up and they don't care. But you can't see them. You ever notice the people in these cars? You don't even see the top of their head. All you see is knuckles. Who the hell's driving that car? Pull the hell over. What's the matter with you? Oh, man. Was that a picture or a light? A light? Okay. So how many people love... I hate wintertime. You know why? Because I got 4 inches of dick and 5 inches of clothing. I'm pissing on myself all the time. I got to run my thumb up my ass and yell, snake, to get it out front all the time. So how many people hate flying? Clap your hands if you hate flying, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I don't hate flying. I hate those assholes that get you on the plane. First of all, we're walking into a place called a terminal. Does that scare the hell out of anybody else, or is it just me? You walk in, what's the first thing they do? That's not the punchline, dude, and Jerry Springer's down the road, so shut the fuck up. So here we go. So I'm getting on, I go in there, what's the first question they ask you at the counter? Do you have any bags you're not aware of? I don't know. That's why we're here, sir. Then they have the gall to ask me, did you pack your own bags? No, my butler, Ahmad Rahim, did. And disregard the 4 alarm clocks, you asshole. Now we're going to go get on the plane. I got to get searched. I like getting searched. I don't go through the x-ray machine. Not because I can't fit, I can fit. But I like being searched because I haven't been touched like that in years. Me and him are having dinner tomorrow night. Oh, the women are rough. You ever get searched by the women at TSA? My God, they wind up. Got anything there? Not now. You scared it out the back. I'm going to have to run my thumb up my ass and you'll snake again, get that out front. Then the guy looks at me and says, you're going to have to take off your shoes. Why? Might be a bomb in them. I won't be able to reach it to turn it on. Still going to have to remove them. You got anybody who can help me remove them and put them back on? No. So now I'm getting on the plane barefoot. I go to get in. There's a little old lady standing right next to her. She says, would you like to sit next to the window? I said, why? She says, I don't like the wind to mess up my hair. Can I have another plane, please? One that doesn't open windows, please? And I like to get the exit row because the exit row is made for bigger people. There's rules on the exit row, though. You must be 14 years of age or older, and in case of an emergency, you must be ready, willing, and able to unlock the door, open it up, take it off the hinges, set it to the side, and help people through. Bullshit. I'm hitting the door like Kaepernick. Follow me! If you're second in line, you're going to have a hell of a soft landing, too. What did they tell you about the seat cushions? Flotation devices. I fly between Reno, Nevada and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There ain't a whole hell of a lot of water in there. I do not want a seat cushion that is a flotation device. I want a seat cushion that's going to bounce my fat ass safely out of a Kansas cornfield. That's a seat cushion. Now, through all this excitement, I've got to go to the bathroom. Have you ever been in an airplane bathroom? It's not made for midgets. I got to drop my pants and raise my arms just to get in. And then I find out I'm facing the wrong direction. I got to shuffle out, spin around, and shuffle back in. I tried turning around the side once. All I heard was a "ee," and I was stuck. Felt something warm running down my leg. Yeah, apparently my ass was pressing on the lotion button. And nobody told me don't sit on the seat, create a seal and flush. Nobody said that shit. I buckled the fuselage. My balls were dangling out of the plane at 35,000 feet. That shit hurts, ladies and gentlemen. So I had to take a hop from Salt Lake City to Reno. I hate hops because hops are nothing more than a 1/4 inch of aluminum between you and God. And every time I get on the plane, it's the same thing. Mr. Ager? Yeah. You know, the seats on the right-hand side of the plane are much more comfortable, sir. Me and the stewardess on the right, 37 people on the left. I'm fucking ballast. I walk up to the counter. What's the first question they ask you for a hop? How much do you weigh? Why do you want to know? We want to know how much fuel to put on the plane. Fill it up! We're going over the Rockies, you asshole. Fill it up! I weigh 3,000 pounds. Fill it up! Oh, man. So how many people go to the movies? Clap your hands if you like the movies. Yeah, I don't go anymore. Every time I go, it's packed. I have to sit down front. I never see the movie. Apparently, they're showing it on my back. I always get that one asshole behind you who starts this. Right at the beginning of the movie, he starts going, then nothing. I spend the whole rest of the movie wondering, what the hell is he going to do with that? I finally turned around like my girlfriend and said, hey, swallow, spit it out. Do something with it. So how many people are ready for winter weather, snow? You like going to snow? Clap your hands. Snowboarders, skiers? Is that what you are? Yeah, morons. Complete morons, yeah. Why would you do any sport that has an ambulance waiting at the bottom of the hill? You've got to be crazy. And snowboarders are bad because they figure, hey, there's not enough snow, ice, trees, or rocks. Let's throw shit from the garage out there. See if we can roll over that. I don't do that because Newton was right. Mass gathers momentum. I figure if I'm going to start on my ass, I might as well start there anyway if I'm going to end up there. I do tubing. But a fat guy on a tube is like a magnet to you skinny bastards. Oh, yeah. I get on the tube at the top of the hill. Everybody dog piles on. Halfway down the hill, I lose the tube. Nobody notices but me. That shit hurts. My nephew got in trouble in Tahoe last year for writing his name in P in the next door neighbor's yard. Now, that's not what pissed off the next door neighbor. What pissed him off was he found out it was in his own daughter's handwriting. You got that one, didn't you? So I went to my grandfather and I said, hey, Gramps, you've never had chapped lips. You've been a farmer for 75 years. Why not? He says, follow me. We go over to the horse barn. He lifts up the horse's tail. He rubs his finger around the inside of the horse's butt and wipes it all over his lips. Gross, right? I said, my God, does that make him soft? He says, nope, but it sure as hell keeps you from licking them. My God. Did you guys all come on the same bus from Sparks? I swear to God, dude. Anyway, how many people love sex? Clap your hands if you love sex, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Every guy in here and 2 girls. Apparently somebody's not doing it right, and I'll point out the girls later for $5. They're clapping pretty hard. I love sex. First time I ever had sex, I was scared, nervous, alone. And I've had the same partner for about 50 years now. When I was younger, I used to switch hands and gain strokes. Now I switch hands to forget what the hell I was doing in the middle. Oh, yeah. And as I get older, I'm laying in bed, and I really want to crank one out, but I'm tired. So I start choosing napping or sleeping over masturbation. So after 3 days, even an old guy is backed up. So the 3rd day, I figure I'll crank one out. Well, Joe Hose shoots everywhere. And all I can think of when that happens, it shoots me right in the eye. All I could think of was, she's right, it does burn. I love sex. I'm always on the bottom because it's safe for her. Which is good because she thinks that I can only fuck up anyway, so it's really not a big deal. My God. You guys got to drink more. What the fuck, over? I'm sure you do. Herpes. Simplex 3. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I love it. Safe sex. I believe in safe sex. I really, in the old days, we would go into a pharmacy, you'd buy a condom, you'd walk out. They have sizes now. Medium, large, and magnum. I'm not going up to the counter with a medium. I bought a magnum. I had to use 5 tubes of Polygrip to keep it on. Now she won't do me because it's all wrinkly. My great-grandfather has sex almost every night, almost on Monday, almost on Tuesday. He says sex at 85 is like trying to shoot pool with a rope. So what about Viagra? He says, ain't no sense in putting a new flagpole on an old building, boy. Actually, he takes half of Viagra. He doesn't want to get excited. He just wants to get it out there so he doesn't piss on his own shoes. That's my time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Ager. Thank you so much.
John Ager, everybody, let him hear it. Let him hear it. Well, guys, we've been through quite the adventure tonight, haven't we? And it's been fun. But before we go, I want to thank all the comics that came out tonight. Billy Mann, Raphael, Lyles, Styker, Ngongoseke, Johnny PezdeSpencer, and of course my man, John Ager. Those are just the comics. I'd also like to thank Michael McMillan and Moonshot Coup Productions and Anna behind the bar working her ass off, serving up the drinks for the night. And one more time to you guys, thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun. My name is Brandon Lara. I'm your host. Have a good night. Thank you.